Wake up and be amazing. Grab your daily Danish. Hey, I'm Trainer Dane, partner trainer with Camp Gladiator, where our mission is to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately as many lives as possible. Just want to jump in today and I want to share in my world of fitness, health, and wellness. I literally just dropped my phone live. Hang on one moment. And I only needed it because the whole idea of popping in here today, gotta love live video, is it's been shared multiple times. It's been our private groups. And I've read it, and I want to share the title of this article in the Philadelphia Inquirer says, Why Group Exercise is So Effective, the Psychology Behind Working Out with Others. Well, at CG, that's exactly what we do, Camp Gladiator. We do it outdoors all the time, rain or shine, hot or cold. Hey, if you're joining me right now, do me a favor and hit hashtag live or hashtag replay so that I can comment, like, or whatever it is, or if you have a question, comment, or concern. And I can also keep track if I leave later, which I do have camp later this afternoon, come back and see if you saw something, wanted more information about something, or had just an amazing comment that we can share with anybody and everybody. So again, thank you for being here. Hey, Madge, thank you for joining us, or joining me, because I'm the only one here. But as you know, Madge, we could bring you in and we could have a conversation. But that's for another time probably. But anyway, I want to talk about why group exercise, group fitness is so beneficial, and really why Camp Gladiator in our world is just growing and growing and growing and bringing more people in and being invited by fellow campers. And that is the best way to build community, is because your friends and family like it so much. They've already vetted who we are, and what we do. So research literally shows that group exercise leads to bonds and enhanced ability. Means you can be better, do better, work harder because you're in a group setting. How many of you, by a show of hearts and likes, hey, Michael, by a show of hearts and likes, have ever gone to the gym or gone to run or gone to work out and maybe cut your workout just a little short because you were just a little tired, because you just didn't feel like mentally or emotionally you could go another step or another round, or however you were determining or measuring what you were doing? Whereas in a group setting, when we've got 5 people, we've got 60 people, we have 100 people, it just depends on time, location, and dates. That guy or girl next to you is still working, and you look at him or her and go, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And if you've got a friend or partner and they high five you, or your trainer comes and high fives, you're like, I can do it. Or this morning, and what I call the parking lot of fun. By the way, I'm so glad that so many places have built a parking lot of fun for me, Trainer Dane, and our campers. But people, it was at dark. It was started at 5:15 a.m. and you had to do certain exercises and you had to take a lap at moderate intensity with slightly labored breathing, sweating just a little bit. And I often saw, as it went on and on and on, more and more people weren't continuing the whole lap. So I'd come around and I'd call you by your first name, like, come on, John, come on, Jane, you can go just a little further. Thank you, Dr. Sani. You can go just a little further. Can you go light pole to light pole? Can you go car to car? Can I come to you? Can I run with you? Can I push you out of your comfort zone so that you can get the benefit because you got your butt up before the sun even came up? So you'll be better, do better, and feel better because you're in a group setting. You're in a group setting. Again, if you're joining us now, please hit hashtag live. If you're coming back, hashtag replay. So this is research-based, not Trainer Dane, 25 years of experience, although I've seen it, experienced firsthand as a exerciser, as a camper, and as a trainer. But research shows that you will do better in a group setting than alone. In that group setting, again, from this is based on this article out of the Philadelphia Inquirer, you will build a sense of community. On Facebook all the time, or in group text messages, I say, hey, I'm going to be at so-and-so's camp, because we call it Camp Gladiator. Again, we're an all-outdoor group fitness company with over 25 locations where I live in Seguin and New Braunfels, but over 4,000 locations across the country and growing. A sense of community. You want to know if your friend, your partner is going to be there, that you're going to be there. And you'll show up even if it's hot, cold, wet, or rainy, because you know that they are waiting for you. Madge, so she says, I totally agree. Group setting is awesome. I feel so much more motivated with a group. I know Madge just experienced yoga for the first time. I'm sure she's building relationships and friendships. One of the things we're going to do at CG is we're going to give you a complimentary CG name tag. It's a piece of duct tape, by the way, with your handwritten name on a Sharpie. But instantly, and Dale Carnegie says in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, the most precious thing you'll ever have is your name. So we're going to learn your name. So I'm not going to be the trainer go, you go, boy, you go, girl. No, I'm going to say John, Mike, Danielle, whoever, by your name. And then that person next to you is going to also know your name. I often hear that the name tag falls off. I get it, especially in a hot, sweaty environment like South Central Texas. But the beginning of camp, it's there. And that way, the person next to you, maybe they've seen you 10 times and they're embarrassed because they forgot your name. But now it's there and they don't have to ask. Or when it falls off, just stick it on your mat. And then it's there. You roll out your mat. They come by and they're ahead of you or they're behind you. And they look down and it says Mike or it says Madge. And then they can compliment you. What else does the article go on and say? Hey, if you're anywhere where you can drink some water, drink some water. My personal 10-day challenge has been to finish a glass of water before I have my first cup of coffee. And anybody that knows me means I drink coffee in abundance. There you go. So Michael says, group workouts are the way to go. Keeps me from sitting idle on gym machines, and teamwork makes the dream. I love that. So it's so funny. When I ran the wellness center, oftentimes I would go to the back. There is a sense of belonging where we talk about a sense of community or a sense of belonging next. But oftentimes people sit on that bench at the weight bench and they just chat. Hey, and there's value to that. There's value in building those relationships. But if you're coming to do that and work out, we're going to give you breaks when necessary or when you need them, but you're going to do more, I promise, in a group setting. In that group setting, you're going to have a sense of belonging. You are part of a community. Everybody wants to be part of something good and unfortunately bad too. So whether it's a Dallas Cowboys fan, a San Antonio Spurs fan, whatever your high school team is, for us, if you can see it, you see my CG shirt. So every day at camp, you're going to see a multitude of CG shirts. And our joke about CG is we're really a t-shirt company with a fitness problem. But what that means is there's a sense of belonging when you wear your bold shirt, your bronze shirt, your silver shirt, your CG Games final shirt. You are part of something. Take a deep breath. Here we go. If you're joining us now or joining me now, please hit hashtag live and hashtag replay again so I can keep track and come out and comment when appropriate. So I'm talking today about an article that in my world has been shared multiple times. I've been tagged in it multiple times from the Philadelphia Inquirer that talks about the benefits of group activity or group exercise. And as a partner trainer with Camp Gladiator, where our mission is to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately as many lives as possible, I just took a few highlights from the article and then I make it a little Danish. So again, in that community, you'll have a sense of belonging. You will push harder in that group setting. You will have somebody randomly who maybe you just met or maybe you need to know a little bit better that will come and help you do an extra push-up, run a little faster, run a little harder. I was talking to Kesey yesterday after camp, and we were talking, and he was kind enough to help me put up all of my stuff, which I always have a lot of stuff. And he said he loves it because you have the elite athlete, you have the grandmother, you have the person that's overweight, you have the person that is sensitive about who they are, what they look like, and isn't very secure. And then you have the hyper passionate person about fitness that wants to go, but they join together, they bond together, and they will work together. And that person often will just start running with you, doing a push-up, calling you by your first name because we wear those name tags. And you will do more, be better because you are in that group setting. And so Madge goes on to say, I really appreciate all of the comments right here too. So being part of a positive community helps so much. So many people need the positive. We want to have, and I want to bring, all of our trainers want to bring a positive vibe, positive mind, and help build you with a positive life. In a group, you are not a number. Look, I ran 2 hospital-based wellness centers, and every time you came in, you had a key tag, and bink, it went on, and it said that you had paid your dues. And maybe somebody said hello or goodbye at the desk. One of the things that I made sure that we did at the wellness center was we stood there and learned. There was always a picture, and we started to call you by your first name or Mr. or Mrs., depending on what was appropriate, because we didn't want you to be a number. You are a name, you are special, and there's only one of you, and there'll only ever be one of you. So in CG, you're going to get all of us, but you also get a primary trainer, and we're going to learn your name. You're going to get a high five. You're going to get a smile. We're going to help correct your form, and we're going to help you realize that you truly are a name, not a number. So I've just been going around and I wanted to go back, and that article, I've read it several times. I wish I'd written the article because I didn't know all the research, but it just goes on to say that group fitness has great value. You're a name, not a number. So I just want to review and I want to invite you to try Camp Gladiator, by the way, and I'll do that and that'll be my call to action. And if you already are a CG camper, thank you so much. We cannot do what we do without you. We cannot do what we do without you sharing what we do. We're our mission. And I jumped right on this. It speaks to my heart. The mission of Camp Gladiator is to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately as many lives as possible. So that speaks to me that we use fitness as the cornerstone for change. When you join the group, you have enhanced ability. You'll do better because you've got your trainer, you've got your fellow campers, you've got your fellow exercisers. And this is not me making it up. It's a research study. If you want, actually, what I'll do after I get off, I'll drop that research study into the comment section. So if you want to read it, you can read it. I was told by a professor when I was in grad school that one of the things that my job was as an exercise scientist was to read the journals, take the most important information out, and give it back to you to put into action. You will be part of a sense of community. And it's huge. We all want to be part of something. I showed earlier and I lifted up my shirt and you see my CG shirt. We want to be part of something, good or bad. Let's make it positive. Let's change and make the world a healthier place. One of my personal missions is help make fitness the norm, make healthy the norm through mindset, fitness, nutrition, and personal development. You will have a sense of belonging. You want to be part of something. I want you to be part of something. Josie, hey, if you feel amazing today, so Josie's watching with us, and it was our very first CG camp yesterday. Get some hearts, girl. You may be a little sore, but it's okay. You've got to be sore to soar. So have that sense of belonging. You will push harder, do better in a group setting. Like I said earlier in this morning's camp, which started at 5:15 a.m., this camp never sees the sun. They never see the sun. And as it went around and around in the parking lot of fun, it gets more physically demanding, it gets more mentally demanding. And I saw people walking more. And I would go over and I would call them by their first name. And I asked them to go to the next car, the parking lot line, or light pole. And all of a sudden, they perked up and they went farther. And I might challenge them to go to A, and they went all the way to B. They went all the way to B. In a group setting, it was CG. You're going to get a name tag, which I said before is an amazing piece of duct tape with a Sharpie name written on it, because you will be a name and not a number. Your fellow campers, your trainers are going to call you by your name, not, hey, go camper, dude. So why am I here? Again, if you're here now, please hit hashtag live, hit hashtag replay. One, I want to tell you I love what I do. I wake up every day fired up. I get up at 3:30 a.m. to help you, not me, to help you live better, feel better, and ultimately make an impact on your life and everybody else. So that's the mission, to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately as many lives as possible. So we have the last, 6 weeks as of the shooting of this video of 2019 of the decade. Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? And who do you want to take with you? So I want to invite you to join us at Camp Gladiator at any one of our 4,000 locations. All you have to do is say, I want more information. Just say more, and I'll reach out to you. And I know multiple trainers are on this video, or they were on this video. We'll reach out to you. When you go, we ask you to pick a primary location where you think you'll go the most. At the beginning, you may not know. And over time, you're going to figure that out. That location and that trainer becomes your primary trainer. But at the end of the day, if you fly to Orlando and you want to go play with Mickey Mouse, you could go to camp in Orlando. If you're going to go skiing in Colorado Springs or in Denver area, you can go to CG there. Starting in 2020, you can go to CG at the Atlanta area. So from Raleigh, North Carolina, to as far west as Denver, Colorado, as far south as Orlando, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee. I think I got them all off the top of my head. You get all of us, because as a group, of mission-centered trainers. Our mission is to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately as many lives as possible. My challenge for you today is to get up, get out, and get moving more today than yesterday and less today than tomorrow. So won't you join us at Camp Gladiator? What's the best that can happen? Cheers.